I shouldn't have bought anything. I should have just locked that store and got myself an extra $1. This is the tale of the goofiest comp I can think of for the new Ultron's Battle Matrix Protocol game mode. I'm just going to call it the UBMP, because it's shorter. Anyway, time to make Groot unkillable and airstrike the ops with Iron Man. My first game of UBMP, I tried to make a somewhat balanced team. I then immediately realized that was not the play, because upgrades are class-based, fully sending mostly until one of the classes works best. The next thing I noticed was that Groot could easily split your team and single-handedly win stalemates with his walls. And then I noticed that round after round, I was watching Iron Man use his ult to explode families of 4, and if not just them, their dog, and the horse they rode in on. Some further experimentation that me and my usual rivals group did showed that strategists were probably the best way to send it, but this does have a bit of an issue. With only strategists, you start to get starved out of upgrades. It also means that I'm unable to use Bob the Builder and the billionaire in a bucket that I mentioned a second ago. Luckily, both of these issues have an easy fix. Well, it's not hard to figure it out. You could have just checked the video title. I should have given you a hint. Bozo. It's the obvious answer. Just add Groot and Iron Man to the healer ball. Now we can spec into all the art charge in the world from the support and multi-role enhancement groups and profit like crazy. It's a little more complicated than that though. Only a little more complicated. It's still rather simple. Grab Groot, Iron Man, and the best supports you have access to at the start. Adam, Loki, and Rocket are probably the best 3 supports here. You start to lose later rounds if you don't bring at least 2 of those 3. Jeff and Invisible Woman are also looking like really good options and can almost offset the lack of the earlier 3. Really, any strategist works, and the only strategists to avoid are Ultron and Cloak and Dagger. You may be wondering, hey, you only get a random selection of heroes at the start. What if I don't get Iron Man or Groot? If you were, please finish that comment. You already typed it out, you might as well. But I've got you. Tank replacements I would aim for are Venom, who's probably a better tank anyway, or Hulk, because they fill a similar role and have better self-sustain, just at the cost of not being able to cut line of sight like Groot can. Damages have 2 possibilities you can go with. You can either keep with a flying unit with a big-ass ult, or you could swap to a melee damage. Scarlet Witch and Storm both fill the same role as Iron Man, where they just build up ult and then explode damage all over the enemy team. If you want to stray from relying on ults as much, the melee damages of Magic, Black Panther, or Wolverine are also really good options. And because they all focus down weaker opponents, using ults to get kills can be replaced with speccing more into the things that hurt directly instead of just building ults all game. And that's all I've got on the game mode for now. You watched to the end, so that probably means you liked my video, and I don't know why you wouldn't take 2 seconds to hit the like button. But if you don't, you better be using that energy you saved up to play UBMP so that NetEase puts some more dev time into it and actually makes it a permanent game mode. Now have fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Jeff against the world.